good drinks, lot of good smoke, lot of good breeze. Gotta make cheese, don't blame me if I move snow. Out of my mind, out of my, in the her, out of her clothes. I'm a damn G, she gon' fuck me, cause that bitch knows. And I am sorry.
We got some chicken hearts, rice, lettuce, onions, and text. Welcome to the Earley Show. This is my third time restarting because each time I accidentally swear in the first 15 seconds. Apparently that's a no on YouTube. Life doesn't stop, man. Doesn't stop for anybody. Never stops. And I'm 22 in 2 months, and that's a crazy statement. It's a crazy statement. I'm going through my first midlife crisis. Knowing that I'm turning 22, that seems incredibly old. Like, I feel like that's the oldest I've ever been. Yeah. Alright, turning 22 in 2 months. Welcome to the Earley Show. I was just handing out resumes. I got this nice little Viking brewery. Gorgeous spot. Gorgeous staff. The whole staff was beautiful. Everyone was beautiful there. The people sitting there were beautiful. The environment was beautiful. The music was beautiful. The air was it was just cool. So hopefully I get that job there and then work there through the school year. Whatever. Alright. Let's get into it. So I had a good gym session today. Just getting back into it. I benched, I squatted, I did some back. That's it. I bench squatted and I think I rowed. I should have deadlifted. I did row. I should have deadlifted, but one step at a time. All my weights are about 15 pounds lighter. The weight that I'm doing, like my squats, I could barely get 315. I did have a big build up, but I just haven't been in the gym in the week, so I think it give me 3 days and I'll be back in it. But I was focused. Today, I'm excited to talk about it. But I was focused. Death Wish. This is Death Wish Coffee Co. Dark roast, premium instant coffee, single serving packet. Death Wish. Not a sponsor, but could be. Ingredients: organic instant coffee, organic green coffee bean extract. Each pack, my favorite thing about it, each packet contains 300 grams of caffeine. Best thing about it is you don't need a maker. You don't let's say I'm just outside and I want some coffee. Boom. If I put one of these in my bag, I get a cup, get some water, maybe some ice, find a hot water, whatever you want. Boom, and you got coffee whenever, wherever. Honestly, also really good taste. So definitely recommend Death Wish Coffee Co. I got this at Walmart. Little expensive, but fucking good. Alright, so I put on some weight over the past week. I drove from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Eugene, Oregon. 44 hours. One of the days I did a 17-hour day. It was 17 hours and 33 minutes. It was crazy. When I mean I went to bed so fast that night. So fast. So I didn't eat horrible on the drive. I didn't eat much, to be honest. But I drank, I had a big bag of trail mix and I was just shoving it in. I didn't eat great. So I was So put on some weight, lost some strength, but I feel like I can get it all back in a week. So on the drive, I listened to a number of different podcasts. First of all, I highly recommend Starve the Ego, Feed the Soul with Nika Barraza. Fantastic podcast, great speaker, great content. That's more of a self-help, therapy, spiritual podcast. Starve the Ego, Feed the Soul. Check it out on Apple Podcasts. You got an iPhone, it's a free app. Search up Starve the Ego, Feed the Soul. 2, an old co-worker of mine, when I was working at Boss Sports Performance, an old co-worker of mine. Who was talking? An old co-worker of mine recommended me this podcast. It's called RX'D Radio. It's run by these 3-4 guys. One of them's a bodybuilder, powerlifter. They're weight athletes. And a couple of them, they're all trainers. They all have clients and whatnot. And they're kind of just the boys talking. They talk about exercises, nutrition, kind of everything to do that's in that realm of fitness. And this was episode 403. It was called Lack of Focus is Destroying Your Progress. My content, and about 2 months ago I started putting out content regularly. And one of my core points, I was like, this is going to be my niche, was gym anxiety. Let me, before we get into that, let me take you back to where my anxiety started. I used to get high as dit, 5:30 in the morning, roll up a wood, 2 cans of C4, go to the gym. And I'd do the same thing at night if I was doing 2 days. And I will not lie, some of those workouts were great. I had the lowest body fat consistently that I've ever had in my life. For like months. For 7 months I had toned abs. I don't want to say it was because of the weed, but they were good workouts. One day it switched. One day I went to the gym, high as shit. I was a ganja man. High, caffeinated, and it became hellish. It no longer, you know how people get paranoid when they smoke weed? It was, something happened. I can't pinpoint it. I've thought about this before, and I really can't pinpoint when it switched. I remember before and I remember after the anxiety and the paranoia started, but I don't remember the incident. So I started going to the gym, and I kept going to the gym high, and this was I'm talking really fast, but this is the Earley Show. That's how we rock here. I kept going to the gym high, but I started to get paranoid. I started to think everybody was talking shit about me. I started to think I looked stupid. I started to think I looked weak. All this negativity filled my brain. And I stopped smoking weed. I smoked here and there. But that anxiety still carries with me sometimes. Not as frequently as I was when I was showing up high every day, but it does. So, okay, that's kind of my gym anxiety story. So fast forward to this drive from Pittsburgh to Eugene, I put on this podcast. This podcast, episode 403, RX'D Radio, Lack of Focus is Destroying Progress. And it debunked my whole gym anxiety. And I don't want to say that gym anxiety isn't real, but gym anxiety is a result of lack of focus. My anxiety when I'm in the gym spews from I'm too weak, I'm not attractive, where the gym baddies at? Should I make some friends? School, what's school like? The shit that went on at school today? Like, everything. I have anxiety about, it moves at 1,000, my mind moves at 1,000 miles a minute. And this podcast really debunked my gym anxiety. The only reason I have anxiety is because I don't have a plan, that I don't have a goal in the gym. In this episode, they talked about, so let's say you're squatting and someone's walking in front of you. Do you flicker? Do your eyes change every time someone walks in front of you? And in many cases, I can say, hell yeah. And they use the term training. They explain it a lot better than I do. So definitely start at about 20 minutes in to really get to the meat of it, the heart of it. The first 20, they talk about pharmaceuticals and prescriptions. My lack of focus fuels my gym anxiety. So I gotta get my goals, get what I want to do, get out of my workouts written down. Like I'm gonna write my push 1, push 2, pull 1, pull 2, legs 1, legs 2, and all my mobility shit I need down. Because when I go in with a plan, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. There's no time for fucking thought. There's no time to, oh, where's my gym crush at? There's no time for what do they think about me? There's no time for do I look stupid? There's no time for am I weak? You're on a plan. You're focused. And every time I've had that, I swear to God, I do not have anxiety. I'm going fast today, kids. I'm telling you, Death Wish Coffee. Get on it. So, it made me do some soul searching while I was on the road. I was like, damn. The past 3 months, my last 3 months of school, I was just not focused. There was no focus. There was no goal. I kind of tying back to the first episode, there was no goal. I was just going through the motions. And this podcast kind of, I want to say crumbled my ego a little bit. In the sense that I had to be honest with myself. Like, yeah, fuck. I am not focused. I do not have my shit together. I am letting the shit that's happening outside the gym affect my training. And if I want to take this serious and get to where I want to get to, I can't be up here for any more time. I don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. So I think this is kind of my recommendation. If you have gym anxiety, and yet again, I think social anxiety, like if you're at a party and you get anxiety, is a little different because there's no goal there. There's no way to measure, like there's no, you're just at a party. And then if you start getting social anxiety, you get social anxiety. But if you're at the gym, you're there for a reason. You're ready to get stronger. You're ready to get more defined. You don't just go to the gym to hang out. You don't, rewind that. I'm just saying that you don't just go to the gym to hang out. I found myself doing that sometimes. Just to go. If I'm going just to go, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, go just to go have fun with it, but you gotta have that goal, I think. Because if you go goalless, you might as well just go to a party. My pops, see, I'm going quick, man. My pops told me about this. The people that go to the gym and just talk, and you see them talking here, you see them talking there, you see them talking there, they're drowning. They're letting that outside life affect them, and they're pulling others down with them. You know, they're drowning. Yeah, that's the episode. I recorded this morning, and I kept swearing in the first 15 seconds. I talked about some things that I said some words that I didn't think I should say on YouTube. That's an episode's a little longer. That's all right. All right, that's that. Thanks for tuning in to the Earley Show. I know today's episode was quick, but I'm gonna give you a little gist. One, gym anxiety is a result of lack of goals. Lack of goals, lack of focus leads to gym anxiety. 2, listen to RX'D Radio 403, episode 403, lack of focus is destroying progress. Last point, try not listening to music at the gym, because sometimes that music, it's like someone was fucking yelling at you in your ear. I take it off, sometimes I just take it off just to center myself again and then get back to it. Yeah, oh man, that was a quick, woo! Also, I'm gonna start making this my little corner. You know how some podcasts have like their shit in the background? So I think I'm gonna make this my little corner of, little podcast. My little podcast corner. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to the Earley Show. It will pass. If you're in a shitty spot right now, it will pass. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing good lasts forever. Nothing shitty lasts forever. It will fucking pass. Thanks for tuning in to the Earley Show. Peace.